Mahbubur Rahman, and Shahbuddin, Talukder.
Okay, thank you very much for this great opportunity. I really admire the work you do in Bangladesh. You're really dealing with very advanced coronary disease. So let me, can I start presenting this case?
Sure.
Okay, I have Damiano Regazzoli on my left, who is going to present this case, and then we will discuss the strategy. Damiano?
So first of all, welcome to Milano. It's nice to have you here, and thank you for the invitation. We are talking about a young male, a 59-year-old male with smoking, dyslipidemia and hypertension that presented with ST elevation some months ago, and with a normal ejection fraction and almost a normal ventricle. Let's see the next slide, where we can see the presentation. He had an occluded dominant left circumflex that we treated with stents, and then we did also the revascularization of the marginal and even of the small RCA, because we wanted to save this LAD for you. So let's move to the LAD. Next slide. And we can see here the long LAD lesion, probably with some involvement even of the distal left main and proximal LAD and atrial LAD that we will evaluate with imaging today. And in the next slide, we can see our what will be our next Sheiban and our strategy. So let us show what we did so far. We are working through a 7 French radial access with a 7 French guiding catheter on the left lane. And the first thing that we did was a baseline shot. Sheiban mette pure un layout standard. And this is the baseline shot of the LAD that we will show you.
So there is some lung disease distally. Some diseases, the bifurcation with the first diagonal.
Listen, Colombo, please, we don't see your slide to the video. Can you tell your technical part to open this video?
Oh, but it's okay. The slides are only the aperitivo, only the main course is already here, and this is the baseline angio of today that I think that speaks for itself.
So you see the angio? Can you see the angio now?
No, our screen is blank. You know, we don't see your slide or your movie, right?
Now we are coming up.
Yes.
Okay. Now you can see them.
Then you see this, the projection is the cranial areole. Can you see now?
Yes, we see.
Okay.
We see you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so finally. So you see this cranial shot of the LAD, where there is a disease in the mid-distal part, some disease at the bifurcation. Then we go in the areole. In the areole, there is a stent placed on the surface on the OM, with some narrowing in the branch, but seems to be very focal. There is a question about the left main. Here you don't see, maybe in a more caudal, here it's not clear as well. We will do some imaging. We have placed a pressure wire in the LAD. The pressure wire is distal now, very distal, and you see the PDPA is 88, so it's clearly critical. I don't think we need to do an FFR. It would be nice to do a pullback and see, but when you have this diffuse disease, I think you need an IFR, because the standard FFR tells only that you have diffuse disease, but you cannot evaluate the sequential lesions.
Facciamo vedere la matrice Sheiban, let them see the PDPA. Okay, you can see here clearly the functional evaluation. It's already critical without giving obviously adenosine or without doing algorithmic
So
evaluation.
pulling back Damiano more proximally, we go up to 94, 97, but you know, when you have distal diffuse disease, these gradients are meaningless. Unless you correct the distal disease, you cannot evaluate the proximal. So we're going to place another wire in the diagonal.
And then we show you the OCT. We decided to do OCT as imaging strategy. So far, what is your impression of this long LED lesion?
What is your impression regarding long LED lesion?
Yeah.
What is your impression? Long LED lesion?
Yes.
Yes.
Please, what would you recommend?
Yeah, I think imaging is very important, Antonio. So let us go and see what the OCT shows, and then we can decide how we approach this, right?
But in general, I would, the distal part is the one that I would treat first, and I would dilate with the balloon, and then decide according to the result if to do stenting or drug-coated balloon, because I prefer, if I can, not to implant a long stent on the LED.
So Antonio, what do you think about the recent guidelines saying bypass surgery for diffuse LED disease?
Some OCT.
But I think this patient is not diabetic, the symptom score is relatively low. I think, nothing wrong to do bypass surgery, but I think this LED can be treated also with PCI. I think we are not dealing with a diabetic patient with very high symptom score, so I think it makes it's very acceptable to do.
I think this is where your plan of doing IFR with pullback to assess whether or not there's a clear step up versus a gradual increase throughout the vessel
Yeah.
will help you differentiate whether or not bypass or PCI would be a better option. So if you see a clear step up, which you did across the lesion, PCI is appropriate. And if you're seeing a gradual normalization all the way back to the proximal segment, you're not going to stent the entire LED, maybe bypass would be better at that point.
Yeah, but I'm not going to plan to stent I really would stent the long LED only if I have a very bad dissection. So Damiano advanced the OCT. The OCT now is across the bifurcation.
Enable to back.
Okay, we are ready to do the feedback.
I have a quick question that now that we have done the IFR and then the OCT picture, but some labs we don't have the OCT. If we are using the IFR and then intervention, what IFR post you will accept that you feel like you're good? What IFR you
I think that has to be above 90. Has to be above 90.
So talking about this OCT,
This is the OCT.
I think that we had some good news, huh?
The OCT machine, the recording is okay, it's acceptable. So we start distally. Can you see the OCT?
We can see it.
Okay.
Where
Where are we now?
we have the distal mid part just distally to the diagonal, and the diagonal is coming at 35 millimeter more or less. And that part.
Stop when you see the origin of the diagonal.
So this part here.
Okay, here is the origin of the diagonal. Here is proximal is very big.
Yes, probably we are lucky because the proximal part of the lady is not so diseased.
It's not bad, the proximal part. The proximal part is a nice lumen. There is some disease, but the residual lumen is very large. So where we have the significant narrowing is where we did not do the OCT is more distal. 8.5. So with an area of 8, I think there is no need. What is this?
This is a 2.5 balloon, but if you want to treat the diagonal, let's think about doing this diagonal first. What do you think? Do we have to treat that's the panel? We have only a mild or a moderate ostial lesion on that diagonal. What do you think? Are we going to treat it?
But I like this the pressure wire.
Yes.
I like to make can we go back on the screen of the pressure wire? Let me go with the pressure wire in the diagonal. I think it was not. Let me go. Okay, here we are in the left main, in the proximal LED. Just to double check that the calibration is okay. So it's 1, which is okay. Now we go in.
So accordingly, I think accordingly to the imaging and physiology results, I don't think that you need any treatment of the
No, in the distal part, yes. In the distal part, yes, because we didn't do the, maybe I need a little bit more curve. I prefer not to inject any dye, otherwise I change my calibration.
Are you doing FFR or using a glucinone?
It was not an FFR. We did not inject the adenosine. It was only the baseline PDTA that is not obviously validated or mandatorily validated for evaluating critical stenosis, but anyway, it was borderline critical even for FFR, for FFR values. So we decided if you want, we can do DFR. So
I am in the diagonal. Let me go a little bit more distal.
And I'm not seeing critical. Huh? Metti DFR.
Okay, I am sufficiently distal. So here is, I think is DFR is critical.
It's critical.
You see, the diagonal is diffusely diseased as well, with the DFR of 985. It's like the IFR, more or less. 86, 87, 88, so. This is a typical diagonal that I will treat with drug balloon.
Sure, for sure.
So let me leave this pressure wire distally, like this, and let me do an inflation with the drug balloon. I use the other wire that I have there. So we already have open a 2.5, which is excellent, 2.5 balloon.
আপনারা যারা খাচ্ছেন তারা কিন্তু খেতে থাকেন, অসুবিধা নেই, কিন্তু চামচ দিয়ে আওয়াজ করবেন না প্লিজ। হ্যাঁ,
How long is this balloon? Quanto lungo?
40.
40, very long, yeah?
Do you want to switch to 20?
No. So this is a 40 millimeter, 2.5 balloon.
We don't have 40 millimeter balloons, right?
I didn't know that we have a 40mm balloon. It's the first time.
They're brand new.
We have only 30, up to 30.
Which company?
These are Terumos, the new Ray semi-compliant balloon that has super good crossing profile, but anyway, this was not a revision.
Can you test it in the picture? Okay, so we don't go to the hospital. Let's go in inflation there.
Okay.
Okay, you see that the pressure wire tells that we have inflated the balloon. This is a good test to make sure that the balloon is inflated.
We are at 10.
I think we can go at 12.